What's popping everyone, my is coming back with another video. Today we're going to talk about how do you go ahead and find the absolute best supplies. How do you go ahead and make your research for finding the best supplies on Aliexpress. If you went out there, found a winning product, we're doing some product hunting, got some videos about that in the description as well. But if you're looking to find a supplier, the best supplier, which are the most consistent, having the best processing time, having the best shipping time, and which you can make the best deals with. Remember to watch the video till the fullest to get the best knowledge. I'm giving away some tips and tricks and some experiences with different Aliexpress suppliers, so stay tuned. I'm gonna jump into my computer to show you live. So we're inside Aliexpress right here, as you can see. And we are gonna do some supplier hunting and supplier research. So jumping straight in, you might be familiar with Aliexpress, no ship marks, but if we're gonna go in and let's say you are in the pet niche. Let's say we are gonna do a dog collar. We are searching for a dog collar and we want a supplier for that. Let's say you have done some product research, got some videos about that on the channel, but you've done some product research on Facebook or on Instagram. You found a really great product, which might be a winning product you think, and you want to find a supplier for it. Of course, you then want to find the best supplier for your given product, so you know that the supplier is great and the product is great, and when you send it to your customers, the customer is going to be happy with the quality of the product, the shipping times, the processing times. There are a lot of different factors to take into account when you're looking for a supplier. So that's what we're going to jump it straight into. So as straight off the bat, when you're searching for a specific search term or a specific product, what you want to do always, of course, if you're just browsing through products and you don't know a specific product, you would just go for the best match, because then it would just show you, of course, the best products matching your search terms. I don't know if there's some of these suppliers paying for being right there. There might be, I don't know, but still you can then find a lot of different designs for these specific dog colors. Or if it's a winning product that you have found on Instagram or Facebook or stuff like that, it might also have a lot of orders. So what I like to do is just search by orders. By searching by orders, you of course get the products and the suppliers which has the most amount of orders right at the top, which is very convenient, because then you can go ahead and choose one which has a history of great supplier, a history of great products, and a history of great dropshippers using them as their supplier. So as you can see right here, this is a winning product. It might be a bit dead at the moment. I know it was a winning product because I've seen it on so many different Facebook ads. It's a dog collar with LED lights in it. A lot of people did free plus shipping with it and stuff like that. Actually haven't tested it myself, but anyway, as you see right here, we have these green boxes around our products, and that is the Shopify extension to Chrome. I think you can go ahead and install Shopify Chrome extension. I think you can do that. But what you can do then is you can say the countries that it needs to be targeted for the e-packet identification. So I got the United States, because that's always the main area. I start off with testing my products when I find a winning product, or a product I hope is a winner, which I want to test, or either Instagram or Facebook. So what we do is we want to have enable e-packet identification, show processing time, hide products without e-packet. That's the red one, and then they sort of like grays out, so it just blurs away from the eye, so you can sort of like focus on the ones you actually want to use. And then there's hide non-top rated sellers, which is a great thing to do if there's a lot of different suppliers. You want to also look for the processing time. That's a huge deal, because if they have a processing time of 7 days, you need to add 7 days to the shipping time. Of course, it's not always 7 days for the processing time, but you want to have a maximum of 5 days. 3 days is the optimal, and the best is of course 1. And for the 1 day's processing time, those are the manufacturers themselves. Lots of the different Aliexpress suppliers are actually dropshippers themselves, so they wait to get a lot of orders from their customers, which are you, me, and everyone else dropshipping mostly, and then they will bulk order from their supplier of the product. So that's why some of the processing time, they say they have a processing time that's the maximum of 7 days. It could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5. Could be one, probably not, but still there is a small likelihood of that happening. As you can see right here, we have blurred out also the suppliers which are not top sellers. As we go through right here, you can see this one has a processing time of 5 days. You can see you got the e-packet price right here, and then if you hover over the green price, then you see the price for the product, and if you hover away from the green price, that will be the price included the shipping cost. So that's really cool and a great way to easily find the cheapest and best supplier without always going ahead and adding both the shipping times and the product cost together. So that's one thing that ePacket, the Chrome extension, goes ahead and does for you right away. So that's a great thing as well. I like that. So you can just sort of like browse through all the different suppliers and easily and quick find the cheapest one. So we're just gonna go into this. You can see they got 5,729. So the reason we're not choosing this one is because it has an e-package shipping, which is what you should be using. I would recommend that. I'm using e-package shipping, and this one is probably also okay, but you can see the difference in the price is actually nearly a whole $1, which would be a third more compared to the cheapest one. So that's pretty crazy. It's about 30% more of the product cost because the shipping cost is more expensive, and the product cost is a bit more expensive as well. You can see this one is $199 and this one is $175. So what you can do is you can go ahead, of course, if you're doing free plus shipping, some are doing the thing that they don't do e-package shipping, because then of course the product will be cheaper. And that's the thing, this one is $175 without e-package shipping, so a $9.99 shipping cost with a free product could work great as well. I've seen a lot of different types of ad copies with like helping dogs, giving away different excuses that the free plus shipping is using to say that they're giving away free products, but then when they come to the cart or the checkout, there would be like a, hey, you need to pay $12.99 or $9.99 in shipping, and people get pissed sometimes about that because a lot of people are doing that, have been doing that the late couple of years as well. In 2017 it was a huge trend, I don't know if you can say that, but in the e-commerce business to do free plus shipping. So a lot of the customers have tried before to get into a store and there was shipping, and then they just left instantly, and that's a bit of a bad buyer and store experience for the given visitor or customer. So scrolling through looking for different supplies, you can see right here in the left corner that they have been open for 5 years. So the store time that it has been open is great as well. You can see the whole feedback percentage of the whole store for all of the products, which is 79.3. That's great. It needs to be about 97.3. Needs to be about 95, 96, about that. I'm looking for one between 97 and of course 100%, but 100% positive feedback is often not possible if they're having a lot of reviews. Of course there will be some bad reviews time to time. Then I go into the feedback section, and this is a great way to see the product quality and the processing time, shipping time, and the quality of the supply and everything like that, because all of the customers goes in here and actually give a feedback and a rating. And a great way, just a small tip that you can go ahead and use if you want to have some customer photos or stuff like that, go into the feedback section of a product, go to the ratings, go to with pictures, and then you can go ahead and find a lot of pictures where the product are in use. So that's just a small tip, a very great tip that could be working great for you. So what I do, I go in here, look at the percentage difference between the 5 stars, 4 stars, 3, and down to 1, of course. The 1-star reviews, so sometimes take a look at it, see free shipping, figment probably from selling time and not working, so it wasn't working, and then I look if they have answered, like if they got a refund or something like that. Doesn't really look like that, but a 4.7 star rating is great as well in total. You want to, of course, stay above 4. Above 4.5 is mostly my sweet spot, above 4.5. Otherwise, I'm not probably gonna choose them to go with them. And then you can just sort of like browse around, try to find different suppliers. You can go into the supplier. You can see right here they got a metal eLife Co Ltd. Let's see right here. Then you could go in and look at the whole feedback of the whole store. Item as described, they put it into different types of categories. They have a 0.21% higher item as described rating than other suppliers and a bit lower for some of the else. So shipping speed is a bit slow, so that's something you want to take into account as well. But if we go back to the main search page right here, you can also see that the processing time is 7 days, so that will be added to the shipping time, and that's probably the reason for that. So what I will be looking for, I probably wouldn't take that one. I always go for a maximum of 5 days, but that looked like a great supply as well. This one is looking fine as well. Just to go into it, it wasn't one of the top rated suppliers, but just to take something to compare with. So they have a store rating of you can see they have only been open for 1 year and they haven't even got a collected feedback score. So that's why I wouldn't choose them most likely, even though they are the one with 15,000 reviews. So it's always something that you need to take in account and choose a supplier for yourself. What is also a key factor for me is the support from them when I write them, or the given communication, or the way that they do English, or are they able to give me some cash back, or all these stuff of things that you can go ahead and negotiate with them on the price is a key factor for choosing a supplier as well. So if we just want to find one, this one has a 5-star, no sorry, it's also got nearly 5 stars, and it has a 5-day processing time, so I would probably go with this one if I just had to choose one pretty quick. It has 2,222 orders as well, so that's great. So they have a lot of experience with doing that, 5 days, but that's a bit more expensive, as you can see right here. This is pretty great as well, 3.63 compared to 3.33, so that's pretty fair as well. So I would probably go with the one with the 5 days processing time, because I'm not doing the 7 days processing time because that's just too much. Or I will maybe look for one with 3 days, or write to them if they can do expedited e-packet, or if they somehow could favor my orders so they would have a less processing time. So there was just a quick video, or maybe it just got pretty long, but that was a lot of great value for you guys about choosing a AliExpress supplier. I've got a lot of questions about how you go ahead and choose the right one, because that it's a key factor when you're scaling your product, to really have a great supplier that you can count on with the amount of stock and with the product quality and the processing and shipping time. So remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below to always be up to date with my videos, the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload, and a like if you got some value out of this video. Do you got any questions? Please leave a comment down below, or any suggestions for videos and stuff like that. Some of the watchers might be able to answer your question, otherwise I will go down and answer it personally myself. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a successful and great day. Bye.